Welcome to Under the Spotlight, my favorite time with you. Today is going to be exceptional because it's a topic a lot of you have asked about because we don't know enough about it. So why not bring in someone who is an expert by experience? Isn't that our favorite anyway? Someone who has experience. The topic is keto, and Keto Kerry is here in just a moment. I want to thank you all for the wonderful messages, how well you're receiving our guests and their information and the helpful hints and tips and the inspiration you've gotten. And we've had so many amazing people, and it continues, as does the VIP audience list. And if you'd like to be a part of that, I invite you right now to carmelasterling.com and join the VIP audience. You'll get first news on who's coming up in our Under the Spotlight. You'll have all of the links to YouTube and the podcast, where everything resides. So I'm excited for you about that. We do have a sponsor, a continuing sponsor, and I don't mean to have a favorite, but I have a favorite right now because, I do love coffee, but when it comes to this 80-degree weather outside, yes, in Minnesota, it would be a cold drink for me, and it's Perks. Yes, a refreshing, hydrating, energy, mood-lifting, all-natural energy drink. Cheers to my producer, salute, and to my very special guest. I'm going to take a sip. We'll talk about that more in the show, and you'll find out why, so stay tuned. Thank you to Happy Co. For sponsoring us with the Perks. It is our personal choice, and we think you'll love it. I know Peter's putting links up so that you can connect and go do your due diligence and see what's in it and get all excited about it. I think it's going to rock your world. So notes aside, I just want to say this. I have heard a lot about keto. I don't know enough about it to even step into it. I felt intimidated. I don't know why I would want to be ketogenic. It sounds kind of big and complicated. So what do you do when something feels a little over your head? You reach out to a resource, someone that really knows, and someone that would care enough about us, right, to say, I want to help you. I found that person, and she's here today. Ladies and gentlemen, give a warm Under the Spotlight welcome to Kerry Kotas, Keto Kerry. Yay, we're together.
Hello, how are you?
This a long time.
Very excited to do this. Very blessed. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for accepting the invitation, because you really are steeped in helping people. And we hear that, a lot in our world. Oh, helping people. But you actually do with hands-on original recipes, tips and tricks. And today we have a lot of questions. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I am ready.
I asked Kerry, I'm like, so do you like with this face, do you like talking about this topic? She goes, keto? I said, yeah. She's like, yes.
I love it. I love it.
You're very passionate about this.
Yes, I am. I'm very passionate about it.
What's the story, though? What led you to this, or what's your story, if you don't mind sharing, please?
I have been battling. I've always battled with my weight, and I did low carb and some other supplements, but every time I would go off, I'd lose or I would gain, half of it back, always. Yeah. And I started looking into keto, and I started it and loved it. I felt good. My stomach, my gut felt good, my gut health, and inflammation left my body, and I was able to lose a few pounds, but I did lose quite a bit of inches, but I was able to maintain that weight.
You were able to maintain. Is it a lifestyle of food choices that you can maintain? Okay. And we're friends, by the way. We know each other through business, and we're now closer friends because of Spotlight and this topic. As I reached out to Kerry, and I'm like, hi, would you mind very much helping me with my son? We're having some health issues. And she goes, boom, right there. This, things that we can incorporate. We didn't choose all of them. We chose a few. Mm-hmm. Is this something that's sustainable? For real?
Yeah, it is. Many, many people do it, and it's become very well known because it has helped with some health issues also. So I love it. I feel good on it. I just have found with my body, one thing you have to do when you start keto is listen to your body and how it feels when you consume certain foods.
So you started with your weight up and down. We've all done that. Oh, I'm not eating carbs today, but tomorrow I'm going to bundle up, extra this and that. It's a roller coaster.
Hmm.
But keto, what does it do internally to our bodies once we start on this ketogenic journey?
So
What's
when you do start keto, you cut out sugars, flours, carbs, right? You get your carbs through your green vegetables. And so when a person eats carbs, your blood sugar goes sky high, and your body burns glucose. But when you do keto and you incorporate good fats, your body burns fat and then burns your own fat when you're in ketosis, if that makes sense.
does
Instead of putting,
something does something change along the way? Like, will I stop? And I'm asking some very personal questions here. I'm sure some of us can relate. If so, please let me know in the comments. And I'm being silly, but now for real. Am I going to stop craving carbs? Like, I wake up craving carbs and go to bed craving carbs. It's like it's this constant battle. Am I missing something in there that I can replace all that carb stuff with?
well, it's kind of like a vicious cycle. That's what carbs do. And I will be honest, this is my opinion. I think it's a lot of what they put in our foods nowadays, all the preservatives and all the stuff. I just don't agree with it. That's my opinion only. But I think, it's just a vicious cycle. When you go out to eat, you have a hamburger and french fries at a fast food joint, you're starving the next day and wanting the same thing again. It's just a vicious cycle.
I agree with you because we in this household will say, and let me know, ladies and gentlemen at home, or if you're listening on the podcast or the replay later, do you experience this? I'm going to eat healthy today. And then you're out and about having your day, whether it's, work or play or otherwise, or even in the grocery store, and you're like, I'm not sure really what to eat that's going to fill me up and fuel my body. I'll just grab something along the way. And there's nothing along the way. Maybe there's something, there's a salad joint or something like that. What's the one thing that I should put on my grocery list at the store so that I have it, Kerry? What is it that you reach for, like, more often than anything else?
Oh,
Please.
I'm a big eggs eater. Boiled eggs
Okay.
are great. Boiled eggs are great. String cheese, something that can be easily taken along with you and eaten wherever. But when you go out to eat, you can still eat out. Order your double cheeseburger with no bun. Eat it with a fork. That's what I do. Eat it without a bun. That's keto and low carb.
Keto and low carb, keto and low carb. So if I think keto, am I thinking low carb? What else am I thinking? Can you compare something for us? Like, um, I love cooking with olive oil
Mhm.
and eating avocados. Those sound like good things. Am I in a good range right
Those
there?
are
Yes.
those
Oh, we
are
have a
very,
picture.
very good fats. Those are
Okay.
very good fats. Olive oil, coconut oil, avocados are good fats. Real butter, not the margarine.
Real
That's
butter.
yeah, real butter.
Do
What
real butter.
lard, I'll be honest with you, lard is a good fat because basically think about our ancestors, what they grew up with.
And they use lard.
Yeah.
So you have a page,
Yes.
Keto, Faith and Keto with Kerry. If
Yes.
everyone that's watching this makes a comment, I know, will you mind following up later on this live and maybe adding them to your page? So anyone that's watching that wants in, you want in that page,
Sure.
just put add me, just put add me, and Peter will put the link as well, because we're going to be able to cover a speck of the questions and get those answers. But Carrie it's ongoing in her life.
Yes.
So your favorite go-to food are eggs.
Yeah,
Your
I
snack
think.
pick would be string cheese, as an example.
Mhm.
Okay. Can you coach us more personally? Do you do that kind of work with us, maybe more one-on-one or as a group?
Yes. Yes, I do. I do. I will work with you and give you tips. I have in my page, I have how to start, I can tag you in a few things. And I'm an open book. I've got people that go grocery shopping and send me pictures. Is this okay to eat? Yeah.
I want to do that.
Yeah. It happens all the time. It does.
I want to do that. How long is it going to take us or take me, for anyone that's going to join me, to from start to I'm comfortable with this journey? How long did it take you? Because you had to start,
Oh yeah,
and
I
it was
had to start. And then when you do start something new, there's always a change. And what happens to our body, nine times out of 10, you're going to detox. You're going to get a headache. You're going to feel yucky. You're going to be bloated. So
ooh,
you got to make sure and get all those toxins out. Make sure you're going to the bathroom good. That's a big thing, get all those toxins out and
Yeah.
push in the water and listen to your body, and you're going to feel
So
good.
if we have toxins, is that the same thing as being we have inflammation, we have
Mhm.
toxins. Are those like playing ping pong with each other? Are they a separate thing? Can you talk about that a little bit, Kerry?
Basically, so like me, I'm sensitive to quite a few things. I'm allergic to wheat flour. So if I have something that has a lot of wheat flour in it, like if I were to eat a piece of pizza, thick crust from Pizza Hut, I would blow up like a balloon and my body would be full of inflammation. I'd be up on the scale. That's what inflammation does. Your body fills with inflammation, you retain water. Water weighs more than fat. You're going to be up on the scale until that gets out of there. You're going to be bloated and just hurt and just feel yuck.
So once the inflammation settles down, and that can happen by way of eating foods that are keto, right? Keto. What is
Say
it?
that
What is it?
again.
So I can have that inflammation dissipate by eating keto.
Yes, yes, we're fine. People, they have found that certain carbs, flours, pastas, sugars, the preservatives and stuff they put in there does cause a lot of that. Does cause a lot of inflammation. People are more sensitive nowadays.
And that is actually a question a lot of us are asking. Why are we so sensitive? Like sugar, for example, like even eating a little cake or a donut. I noticed that you made some yummy looking chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah.
That's keto friendly as well.
Yes, I just substitute out the flour for either
Okay.
almond flour or coconut flour, and the sugar is monk fruit. I use a monk fruit erythritol blend, and it's cup for cup. So,
Oh my gosh. Monk
mhm,
fruit. I'm like, okay, when we get to this inflammation and sugar thing, I don't know how we're going to get around that, but it's monk
yeah,
fruit. You're using a fruit instead of this
mhm,
processed sugar, which
yes,
causes inflammation. In your experience, and I love that you can speak to us from experience, like you've actually done it for yourself. Now you're helping other people.
mhm.
Especially the weight. Have we shown your before and after with your permission? Can we just show everybody your
Yeah, go
before and
ahead.
after?
Sure, go ahead.
It's it's really remarkable, and we can see you now live right here, and if you're watching the podcast, Carrie is slim, fit, cute short hair, which I just idolize. I tried to match you up today. I'm working on it, but your before and after, can you walk us through this a little bit in inches or weight to help us understand for those who aren't
Yes.
seeing the program?
Yes, of course. That is when I first started Happy Co, actually.
Oh,
Yes. So after doing keto I think I did keto for a couple years before I found Happy Co, and I felt amazing on the keto diet, but I was in a long stall. I think 8 months. I was in a long stall, and then I found these amazing products, and I lost 13 pounds, 2 pant sizes, and maintained for 4.5 years. Mhm.
okay. So you lost the weight with the Happy Co coffee? Was it the coffee?
The coffee in the capsule, yes, that's what I started out on, and I'm still on it to this day, and I've been able to maintain with those 2. Yes.
Okay, so you've heard us talk about Happy Coffee, or maybe not. Carrie and I are welcoming all of you in. Ask for information, ask for the link, look at it, buy it, treat yourself, have this experience. I lost over 20 pounds on just the coffee.
Yes.
Over 20 pounds, right?
Yep.
You lost weight on just the coffee. What's
Yep.
happening inside with our bodies with this? Is it the nootropics that's moving our metabolism a little bit? What do you think is happening, Carrie?
I do believe that the dose is balancing out our bodies to work correctly. It gets rid of the yuck. You feel amazing because when my people start out, and I know probably with your people, they're going to detox a little bit. You know what? But give it 3, 4 days, and boy, howdy, you feel good.
You feel great, right? So I took a break, a reset. I've never really done that, a 2-day reset. I stopped drinking the happy coffee for 2 days. As of the 3rd day, I will never do another reset, just have to say, because I found myself through day 1 and 2 saying, "Oh, I haven't gotten that done yet. I haven't done this yet. I haven't folded the laundry or finished the dishes or
Yeah.
kept house or done this." There were about half of the things I would normally do that weren't done until
Right.
day 3, back on it again. So the productive energy, the clarity, the focus, I think that's a
Oh,
big part, especially when
yeah.
I'm like, "Ooh, let's start that project. Let's start this project." How has the perks been playing into helping people and their keto journey? Are you using this in some of your recipes or just as a drink, Kerry?
Oh my gosh, since I've added that in, I have been able to drop another 5 pounds and a
Mm,
ton of inches. Inches, inches, inches. Yes. Perks is amazing. Perks is a blessing to many. So, yes, you need to contact Carmela for Perks because it is amazing.
yes, we'd be happy to help you for sure.
Yes.
Your weight loss, you look incredible. I
Thank you.
mean, how you felt though going from a heavier structure to this leaner look. I mean, you must feel differently.
Mhm.
Tell us about how you're feeling.
How I feel with this, I'm going to be honest, no medical claims here, but Perks, the main thing that I've noticed other than the weight loss is the pain in my hip and leg. And that's not even kidding. I cannot believe how much better I feel 20 to 30 minutes after I drink this drink. I can go out and run with our dogs. I can go out. I mean, I feel so good.
And that's what it's all about, right?
Mhm.
So maybe you're listening and saying, well, I'm not quite sure. I do need to lose some weight, but I don't want to do anything drastic. Would we consider, Carrie, do we consider keto drastic? Is it hard to get started? And whatever your answer is, then keep going and take us down this path of all you have to do is switch out an oil, take out the sugar, put in the. So I'm going to hand it off to Carrie so she can speak to these points uh, for everyone listening.
So I have a lot of people who say, I can't afford or I don't want to make two different meals. You don't have to make two different meals. If you make a meat and a vegetable and a carb for your family, leave the carb off of your plate and eat your meat and your vegetable. It's that simple. Make sure you have a little added good fat to it. And it's that simple. One thing that you need to do when you do a lifestyle change is really listen to your body. Eat slower because you know what? When we eat really, really fast and we get our plate gone before it's completely ended up in our stomach, a lot of times what happens? We overeat. So then we're miserable. And that also causes inflammation. So just really pay attention. Are you really hungry? If you're not really hungry, don't eat. You know, we were taught years and years and years ago, 3 big square meals a day, and that's not the case anymore. Ketogenic diet is really started back in the 20s by a doctor from Mayo Clinic. He actually came up with it to help with epilepsy, honestly, in children especially. So read up on it. You know, I always tell my people, look it up yourself, read up on it. That's how I learned. And yeah, it's amazing. The keto diet is amazing.
So once now my mind is just reeling because if it began to help people with epilepsy, our son is epileptic.
Oh, okay.
So as as that journey starts for someone and you have this optimal, I mean, we can all agree we're looking for optimal health. We're just not
Mhm.
quite sure how to get it. And Carrie brought up a really good point. We're out and about and we're grabbing fast food and we're not really sure what's in it. And what is going into our food is changing
Yes,
our bodies. So
yes,
what you're telling us is this is helping us, and you're spot on. Get control, right?
mhm,
Just get control. We did it last
yes,
night. We're going to eat healthy. We're going to
yes,
do it. We can do it. We can do it because that first bite of the donut is, destruction because then it's, oh, I already had a donut. I may as well have that piece of candy or, oh, it's okay. And then we just get on a roll. How
yeah.
can we flip that mindset switch, Carrie, to giving ourselves some love and saying, I'm going to make that change?
Just do it. Just do it. Say a good little prayer and ask God for a little guidance and help and just be strong-willed about it because once you get that out of your body, you're not going to crave it any longer. You're going to feel so good.
You just feel good all over. Are you seeing a difference in your skin, hair,
Yeah.
obviously weight? Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I
Uh,
don't know if I have time to tell you about my bread story. Do I have time to tell you about my
yeah,
bread story?
yes, I just got this from the producer, but we're saying, yes, we wanna hear the bread
I'll
story.
hurry. I'll hurry. I'll hurry. So I do keto lives, making my stuff. And I'm not going to say the brand, but I had a loaf of bread and it wasn't molding. It was old. So I took a piece of bread out and I put a little few drops of water on it and put it in a plastic bag. And every time I went live, I went and got that bag to show, did it mold? Did it mold? 6 weeks. It did not mold. That, my friends, is what we are putting in our body. It did not mold, even with water on it.
That's
So
shocking.
it is shocking. I know. So I always tell people shop the outer aisles, meat, veggies, few fruits, good fats, and be an ingredient reader. If you have something that's ingredients this long, probably not very good. The shorter the ingredients, the better.
So if I'm label reading, so I'm in the perimeter, right? That's
Yes.
great advice, easy to do in the perimeter. But
Mhm.
if I go interior and I have to read labels, what should I look for that's safe keto? Does it, if it says keto, can I trust it?
No, not all.
Oh, yeah.
No,
See, ugh,
no, not all. You
this
can't.
stuff. Can you give us some advice on what's the ingredient that makes it not keto or makes it keto? Help us shop.
Oh,
See,
I
we're
don't know.
asking for a lot of advice, aren't we?
All the dyes and all the preservatives and all the red and yellow and blue, all that. That's all ick. You know what I mean? Watch the carbs, watch the sugars, watch the names that you can't even pronounce.
I like that. Okay,
Mhm.
bread. Did somebody ask? Do you eat low carb bread? Oh, is there a
No, I
bread
don't.
that,
Oh yeah, there's all kinds of keto bread, and some people do very, very well on it, because it's full
okay.
of fiber, but it also has wheat in it, so I can't do that. So I'll make my chaffles. I love chaffles, or I'll make my 90-second bread. It just has a couple ingredients.
Is that the best way to go if I really want to do this right, is make my own?
Yes. You don't have to
Okay.
go without. Just make your own and find the recipes to
See, I
make
gotta
your
get
own.
over that thing of like, oh, I don't want to spend all the time on the recipes and cooking. I just want to go and get it. But if I can get in this groove, do you have some stuff on your page, like recipes? Or you have original recipes? I know that you have original recipes, and they're on your page, right?
Yeah, I like to do that. I like to find a recipe and try and turn it into how I like it. I am a very simple person, so I don't like a bunch of recipes with that's long. I like to keep it simple. I like to keep it very, very simple. Yes, I do have albums in my page. Yes.
Okay, that was like a relief. Okay, something super simple, which I absolutely need. Your story is wonderful. I love watching you live. Carrie goes live
Thank
so
you.
very often in her page. She's just in her kitchen cooking something up. Does your husband love this as well? Does he eat the same way you do?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Sometimes not. Sometimes he does. Did you use cauliflower rice in this?
Oh, did you say cauliflower rice?
Yeah, cauliflower rice. Yeah.
Okay, because you had something on your page and I grabbed a picture of it. I'm just going to tell everybody about it. It was like cauliflower patties and they look so
Mhm.
yummy. Like,
Yes.
oh my gosh, I'm actually like, oh, that looks really good. Cauliflower patties. Not
Yes.
something I would normally think that I would like, but they look so good. You have the best recipes for
Thank
sure.
you. Thank you so much.
We talked weight loss, internal health, external relief from all sorts of things. Carrie's covered a lot for you today. Do you have a question? Pose the question in comments. Go to her page, directly reach out if you'd like. To so many are saying, okay, now I'm understanding that maybe the perks can help me, or the coffee, or recipe, or her coaching, whatever we can help you with, because sincerely, you know me if you've watched, for 10 minutes, and now you know Carrie. You know her heart. She wants to help people with what? What do they need? What ammunition do we have that we know works that may work for you? Because you are what it's all about for us. Carrie,
That's right.
have you always been like this? You really do. You just help people all day long. Like, with what do they need, and do you have something to help? And if not, you point where they may go.
Yeah, I have, and I've learned that from my folks. They like to
Good
give.
folks.
Mm.
You
Yeah.
grew up with their
Yep.
hearts like that.
Yep. That's the way they both are. Brings tears to my eyes because they are. That's where I learned it. They love to give. They love to
Mhm.
help. My dad would give the shirt off of his back and do something and put himself out there, to help anybody. My mom is the same way. Yeah.
That's beautiful. What a wonderful way to honor them. I
Thank
know
you.
our time is up, but let this be the beginning of a friendship for all of you. Visit Carrie's page. The link is in the comments. You can reach out to her. Carrie, thank you for this really special visit today. I couldn't wait, and I'm excited to maybe do this again sometime.
Yes, I would love to. I would love to. You are amazing.
Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Stand by, Carrie. Thank you for being here.
You're
Ladies
welcome.
and gentlemen, eye opener. I'm kind of wild right now because I thought keto was going to be something that maybe it was too much to do, but now I'm feeling like, oh, I want to be in that lane. It would be really neat to feel very healthy internally. And I think she was spot on, right? What's in our food? I don't know. I just go get something and I eat it. And I don't feel really great. How about shopping the perimeter? How about making your own? Well, I'd need a lot of help with that and some hand holding or maybe a private chef, but I'll start with original recipes from Kerry. So I hope you've enjoyed today. If you're watching the podcast, thank you so much for downloading. For all of you that are following Under the Spotlight, please feel free to share. Share this with someone who it may help them. Share the love, share it on your page. Do what you want to do with it to help someone else or to help yourself. Thanks so much for being here. And yes, we have a producer's pick of a giveaway. Did you choose the coffee or the perks? Perks again?
Perks.
All right.
The best.
Peter's hooked on the perks. So if you share, we will put your name in. As many times as you share, we will put in the giveaway, and we will wait to do the giveaway tomorrow so that everyone that's watching the replay and waiting for the podcast to go up, if you share the podcast or the live, we will put you in the giveaway for a full tub. Where's my full tub? You have it on your desk. A full tub of perks coming your way. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time under the spotlight.